Hi, everyone. This is Jason. I'm the owner and travel butler with Travel Simplicity. I've taken the time to tell you a little bit about the history of the company, what a travel butler is, and why people care. But I wanted to go through a little bit of what the process looks like because a lot of people don't know what that is unless they've actually experienced it themselves. So let me share my screen and I'm going to tell you about it. So the process is something that I actually developed. Um, it's something that a good portion of it was actually developed out of the financial planning world. So if you ever worked with a financial advisor, or if you happen to be part of a family office, they tend to work in a similar way, or at least parts of it you'll notice are the same. The discovery process is probably the most important thing I do. We spend a lot of time getting to know you. You're one person is, it takes a lot of time to get to know one person. When you start to add in two, three, four, five people, and you go from one person to a couple to a family to a group of friends, the complexity grows, and it's only more important to get to know each person. You have things like, is that person allergic to strawberries, or can they, do they have to be careful around farm animals? To, I love photography, or I like my cappuccino poured in this particular way, or I like my bacon to be this crispy. Those things matter. And by finding out who you are and finding out what you do and who you're traveling with, it makes a big difference. I love this picture. This was from a father and a daughter who traveled together recently. This was, the daughter happened to love photography. And so we arranged for a professional photographer to not only teach her, but also help her capture some of her own images. This was in southern Germany, and her dad got to be a part of it too. And in fact, we found someone that was a photographer who even had the exact same camera that they had so that he could really teach her well with the intricacies of that particular piece. We asked two really important questions. One is, why are you traveling? Why are you traveling? The purpose of the travel makes a huge difference. You might be going to have a cultural experience. You might be going to reconnect with someone that maybe you're working so much. Maybe you are focusing on your business and you've been growing your business, but then you have neglected the family. Maybe you haven't seen the kids in a while. And you just need that time to reconnect. Maybe you're so busy and you're stressed and you're worn out and you just need a retreat. Maybe you need to take a break. Those all change how we design the travel experiences. If you're going to have a cultural experience, or you want to go and have a road trip with your best friend and you love, seeing a lot in a little bit of time, that's going to be a very different experience than a retreat where you're going to one location and the whole purpose is to have some silence and some solitude. This picture is a couple that went on their honeymoon in South Africa, and as a gift to them, I had actually arranged for a professional photographer to take some pictures, and I swear they seemed like they were professionals, that they're pros. My clients, they actually did a great job modeling, and were kind enough to allow me to share it. And what are you dreaming about? That's another really big question that we ask. Oftentimes, I hear from people that they've gone other places, and two of the primary questions that they first get asked are, well, what's your budget and where do you want to go? And it's okay with us if you don't know those questions. You might not know either of those questions because, quite frankly, this picture here was taken in Sicily. It was a family trip. It was a mother with her two older sons, and they were coming together from all different parts of the country. They were meeting in Italy. We were tracing their family heritage. They did some kayaking. They did some adventure experiences. They had some lovely food. They ate at an amazing winery. How much is something like that going to cost? How long should we go? Should we go for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks? If you don't do this for a living, you probably have no idea. And so we can help with that. Should you go, you know, we can also help you determine where is right for you, because there's a lot of people, especially in the East Coast of the United States, who have gone to the Caribbean many, many, many times. And maybe they've taken a bunch of cruises and they want to try something different. They still love beaches and they still want to go to the Caribbean because it's close and it's comfortable, but they've already been to the major place. They've already been to St. Martin. They've already been to St. Lucia. They've already been to uh, Puerto Rico. Where do we go from here? And so we can help with that.